Suzanne Barron, founder of Christ's Illuminati. I want to share something really small with you. I was thinking about the itching ear, and I remember there's 5 years in my congregation when I was really like, I say I've been to church in and out like a majority of my life, but those 5 years at South Walton Church of Christ, those 5 years gave me my base that sustained me through my awakening, that kept me alive. And it was rough. It was really rough. But what I learned in those 5 years gave me what I needed to sustain my life, my physical life, and my soul ultimately. And that's the truth. But I remember I would sit in church and my ears would always itch and I would get mad. Like, I would get mad because, like, the first few times it happened, I would think, okay, that, kind of, whatever, do what I got to do. But after a while, 5 years of this, I would get mad. I would get mad because why is my ears always itching? And I would get embarrassed too because I'm scratching and it'd be so bad I'd stick my finger in my ear. And I know that somebody can see me do that. And I can't help it. My ear is itching. And I would do that. And I'm fixing to touch this bread. And I would feel some type of way about that. I really would. It was inner. I never shared that thought process with anyone, not my husband, not my child. If anybody in my congregation sees this, I'm sure they've seen me scratch my ear a couple times. 5 years of that. Somebody, they saw that. Somebody will remember that, right? Okay. 2 Timothy 4:3. Because a time will come when some will no longer tolerate sound teaching. This is actually not the verse, but it's the understanding of it. But I forget what edition that is, like the Message or something. But it's the truth. So I don't always use this, but this one is the truth. Will no longer tolerate sound teaching. Instead, they will live by their own desires. They will scratch their itching ears by surrounding themselves with teachers who approve of their lifestyle and what they want to hear. Okay. So I see this because I know how he works inside of us. I know how he literally actually does work inside of us. So I'm sitting in the congregation and my ears are always itching in church. My ears are itching. So it's not being scratched by what I'm being taught. Because when your ears are itching, something has got to scratch it so it no longer itches, right? That teaching is what scratches those ears. Is this making sense? They will scratch their itching ears by surrounding themselves with teachers who approve of their lifestyle and will teach them what they want to hear. So your ears are not itching anymore. It's being scratched. While I was sitting in church, my ears was always itching. Always itched. Always. And it would make me mad. That just came to me today. It's crazy. And what does it all come down to? If you're a new believer or not new, if you're a new person, not believer, if you're a new person, you see my face for the very first time, what am I saying? I'm saying that there's an audible voice in the world, an audible voice. We're not schizophrenic people. These people out here are suffering and they're forced to take psychotropic drugs or they're pushed to the street drugs. That's where Satan pushes them. Satan pushes them that way. And 90% of the time, the reason why they are still living that lifestyle is because they're seeking for help and the church does not help them. The church will not help them and they do not feel like you can help them because you have rejected everything that they have said and you have pushed them to the psychotropics. And anybody on psychotropics, any person that's taking those drugs, and I was Baker acted because I believe robots exist. They really do exist. And I'm sitting in there and the people that I've talked to in there, they said, we know we're not crazy. Each one of these people out here who are experiencing this don't know how to find the help because they know what they're experiencing is real. Their experience is very much real, and the Christians are hoarding the Bibles. It's not your fault. You have to follow me to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not pointing my finger at a human flesh. It's not what I'm doing when I say these words. But it's being hoarded. They know their experience is spiritual. They don't know what they're supposed to do to it. They come for help, and you reject them. They can't trust you. So they don't find their salvation. That's the truth. I'm going to put a link at this one, at the very end of this. It's a free book. It's free. I'm not asking for your money on this book. If you need help, but I'm not asking for it on this. The book is free. Please read it. Please share it. The book is free. It's a free message. And so far, I mean, the numbers are great. The numbers are great. In 2 weeks, like 1,300 people. 1,300. Free book, though. It's free. Please read it.